Alrighty, if you saw my last video, I just finished up at Hill Giants getting 43 prayer, which is huge for a hardcore Iron Man. I got 64 range, 54 hit points, 40 defense, and I am going to be attempting to take on Obor this episode. I've actually never done the boss, obviously not on my main either, so it'll be new for me, and I will be, in a way, risking my hardcore status, although I'll have a telly out just in case. Hopefully I don't waste any keys though, and we can get lots of kills. But there's two things I want to do before I go. First is upgrade any gear possible, and I think I'm debating on wearing a helm. I could wear a basically up to a rune helm. Can get though an adamant full helm for defense. I'm gonna look into that and see if I can get an amulet of accuracy or something. I don't know if it's accessible and free to play, and of course I'll be using adamant arrows. Other than that, I want to look into getting some good food. I have right now a bunch of cakes which do heal 12, but you eat them in 3 bites, so they only heal 4 at a time. So we'll see if I don't waste about half this episode getting my fishing up. Hopefully not. Alrighty, guys. Looks like I can get an amulet of accuracy if I complete imp catcher quests, or I could buy one. But since I want to do all the quests anyways, let's get started with this. I actually know a great spot for killing imps in the northeast corner of the G. I actually used to have a G locked account, so yeah, I killed a ton of imps here. There is my second white bead. I've filled up an invo here after about 30 KC. I was just going to say, this is kind of why starting a new account or starting Iron Man is exciting. I've picked everything up, and I've just like, every time I get a drop, I'm like, oh, clay, oh, that could be useful for this, and and buckets and pots. I mean, I know you can just buy them, or like balls of wool for quests. It's like every time you get something, it's kind of exciting, so it makes it nice. Anyways, let me get these 3 other beads. So after 100 imp kills, 12 beads in total, I went way over the drop rate. It's a drop rate of about 600 imps, 600 imp kills. Anyways, we got all the beads. Let's go turn them in and complete our first quest. Of course, I get interrupted. Oh, for a mime show. All right, we'll do that real quick. Well, I wish I was recording that. I've glitched the game. The old man followed me in, and now I'm facing the wrong way. I couldn't select the first one. Let's just hope I get out of here. Alright, I got an emote. That's it. That's all I got. I can climb a rope. Where is it? Moving on up in the world, I guess. Okay, from my understanding, this will be the quickest quest. Give me a quest, please. Yes, I will start Imkentrick quest. And I think I'm done. The elusive yellow bead. Hey, 875 magic XP, 1 quest point, the first quest point on the account, and an amulet of accuracy, which, oh, and a magic level. Would you look at that? Which is definitely a huge upgrade for me. +4 in every stat, +4 in range. Now, all that's left to do is go get myself a helmet for this beautiful, beautiful head and battle some Obor. Hopefully not losing my red helm. Alrighty, off to Barbarian Village I go to get an adamant full helm, and then we're gonna, I guess, do the first dangerous thing on this account. We'll see you then. And here we are arrived at the helmet shop to purchase the last upgrade we will need. An adamant full helm for 3.5k, giving us a massive defense bonus and only -3 range. I am going to say it is definitely worth it. Although I did forget about just one thing. I'm going to need some food. Now, option 1 is to fish it and get 40 fishing and, where's cage fishing? Fish some lobsters. Option 2 is to risk it and use the cakes I have.
So it's time to do a little research and figure out where I go from here.
So it really didn't take that much decision. I thought about it, and right here in Barbarian Village, I can fish my way to 40 fishing, which really should not take too long. And I will get one full invo of lobsters for Obor. Actually, maybe a couple. I realize I have a ton of keys. So first things first, I'm going to head to Port Sarah and buy a fly fishing rod and a bunch of feathers. And then we will be getting 40 fishing and head into Karamja like it's 2007 again. I'll see you guys. A very minor change of game plan. Firstly, I am going to take everything off so I am as light as possible, just to not waste run energy. And now, before I start fishing, I'm going to cook all the rare food I have, except I'll leave the raw sardines to feed my cat in the future. I guess I have raw anchovies too. Anyways, I'm going to cook all the raw food I have so that I can get my cooking level up a little bit, and hopefully I'll be able to get to 20 so I can cook salmon and trout down at the fire and maybe burn a little less. So I'm just going to go over here and use the stove, do that really quick, and then we'll start fishing. Well, it turns out after a little research, cats can eat raw or cooked fish, so I'll just be cooking everything and getting that cooking level up as high as possible before we go fish and cook off the fire down by Barbarian Village. Hey, I can now make Dwarven stouts. Cheers, lads. I realize I need to get my cooking to 30 to cook the tuna anyways, and I might as well wait until I have 40 fishing because my cooking will be way higher. So now I'm off to get 40 fishing, and I'll just see you at the end of that. Decent stash of salmon, but there will be way more by the end. And of course the goal is ultimately one invo of lobster. There is 40 fishing. It is time to go catch some lobsters in Karamja like it's 2007 again for real. I'm excited. The nostalgia is full. This is what the food tab is looking like right now. We got 145 salmon and almost 400 trout. Pretty good for some, basic training, normal stuff, whatever. Time to go get some lobsters. Here is the game plan. I will walk down to Port Sarum. I'll buy a lobster cage. I will cook my lobsters on the island because I'm probably going to burn a bunch. I can't remember if you can chop the trees there. So, yeah, I've brought at least one log. Then I will make my way back, or I'll home telly, deposit the lobsters, make my way back for a second inventory, and that should be good. Then we'll be on our way to Obor. First time back in Karamja in a long time, at least at this level, doing this kind of stuff. Happy to see that you can chop down some trees. I will be back to do your quest, Mr. Luthus, or the rum smuggler. I forget where we start the quest. But today we are here for one thing and one thing only, to fish some lobsters. And now, if I remember correctly, this should only take about 3 hours to get a full invo, and I'll see you guys shortly after that. Back in my day, these docks used to be full of fishermen, full of people catching their own lobsters, catching their own food. Now everyone just gets it from the Grand Exchange. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. Anyways, let's see how many of these bad boys I burn. And my guess is, let me see, we have 25 lobsters. My guess is we burn 9 of them. Here we go. Okay, off to a good start. Well, to be honest, that went much better than expected. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. That went exactly as expected. Perfect timing on the fire. All right, I'll see you guys when I have like 2 or 3 full invos of lobsters and we're ready to fight Obor. Bye-bye for now. Alright, there's my first full inventory. Time to drop these bad boys off at the bank, and I believe we're actually going to interrupt our fishing for the annual Christmas event. I figured after seeing those guys in Santa hats looking pretty cool, I thought, you know what, there's only one time of year to get that stuff, and it is from the holiday event. So we might... Oh, look. Speaking of looking in swag, we might as well do it now. So I'll see you in Varrock. We'll do that super quick. I'll just see you at the end, I guess. And then we'll be back to fishing. Alrighty, that was a pretty fun Christmas event, as always. Good job, Jagex, and look at all those rares. Plus, I've unlocked all the other Christmas stuff. Totally worth doing it. Happy holidays. Now, whoops, what was he saying? Oh dear, I want to pelt him. I think I will leave it at that. Drop this stuff off in the bank. Wait, let's, oh dear. You know, I will say, Jagex never disappoints. Hey, and I never turn down a random event on an Iron Man. Alright, I'll see you guys in Karamja. Here is the final batch of lobsters I'm doing for now. 77 should be enough to get a couple Obor kills in, and now I have absolutely everything I need, or so I thought. And I guess that's why people plan these kinds of things in advance, but basically every guide I watched told me one thing, that is that range isn't really useful against Obor. Now, honestly, I don't know whether that's true or not. I mean, with 64 range, I figured I would do some damage, but most of them recommended magic, and they all recommended to use snare and have at least 50 magic. So I have basically two options. Option one, I give up, I cry, I go home. Option two is I get 50 magic, and I go show Obor who's boss. Now, I'm honestly thinking I'll snare it, then range it, but we'll see once that comes to. The other useful thing is about getting my magic up is that since I'm going to be doing a lot of questing, I wanted to get my magic up to use the teleports anyways. So, yeah, I think you know what we're going to do. Let's put on our wizard hat, and I will see you guys at 50 magic. I've decided that I should be recording everything in case, in the awful circumstances that I do die. Oh geez, just like that. Okay, let's focus here. Oh no.